that they would have did me like this. Mind you, I was just coming down here to pick up my son and go back home. So but even my son's behavior, Alante, even his behavior wasn't normal. But I fought myself for letting him hang around them for so long to poison his mind against me. Because when I said, hey, let's go, he attacked me basically.
Well, okay, let's get to that. So, like you were saying before, you came from Alabama. The Karen King summoned you to come get your son. You finally decided to come to Cherokee County to, I guess, pick him up. You get to the house in Cherokee County, then what?
I get to the house in Cherokee County that night. She complained about Lante smoking weed. She said, got time to smoke weed, whatever. So I threatened him with a urinalysis test. I have no way of testing it. I just had something. I just told him to go pee in the bottle. He didn't want to go pee in the bottle. So anyway, he was very disrespectful. So I had to beat his ass. Right?
In the house.
In the house. Scrap wasn't there at the time. Sass wasn't there at the time. Twin wasn't there at the time. And Amigo wasn't there at the time. Those were all the parties that was involved. After Alante and after I had to put him in check, she suggested that I go with her to go get some furniture for whatever reason. And against my better judgment, I went. When I should have just said, look, hey, I'm out. You did what Lante called his mother, whatever. Okay? So I agreed to go with her to the furniture store where she had pre-purchased furniture to pick it up and bring it home. I wasn't thinking, because I'm thinking to myself now, why she couldn't have the furniture department bring it here. So we stopped at U-Haul. We drove to the U-Haul place to rent a U-Haul truck so they could put I was going to drive the U-Haul truck. I drove the U-Haul truck to the furniture store, and they put the furniture in the U-Haul truck, and I drove it to her house. But she was supposed to rent the U-Haul truck from the beginning, but she said that her credit wouldn't allow it, whatnot. Could I do it? It's hard for a person not to believe this, because even me being with her for so long, I still find myself being manipulated. So against my better judgment, I rent the U-Haul truck in my name. And I think that the original plan was for me to be put in the U-Haul truck, not the trunk of the car. But her crew didn't show up. The assassins didn't show up enough because they doing whatever they do. They can't be on time for a hit, So they probably supposed to come that night, but they didn't make it to that morning. Right? To kill me.
So you spent the night at Karen's house that night?
I spent the night that night.
Okay.
Because she wanted me to do more things. Because Scrap was I think she was pregnant with his baby, he had his baby, and he was having a baby shower. And she wanted me to put together the baby bed, and she wanted me to put together the baby diaper changing table. So I said, why he can't put it together? It's his firstborn, and shouldn't he want to do that? But all that was just to keep me there, to buy time for them to get there.
Did you and Karen make love that night?
No, it was none of that.
Okay. So you woke up that next morning, then what?
I woke up the next morning early. I put the baby bed together, I put the diaper changing table together, and I woke her up, because she sleep with her dogs. She had 2 dogs then, one of them died when she was on the run. I woke her up, and she was irritated, and I'm thinking to myself, why are you irritated when I'm going on my way doing all this? Right? We brought the furniture I brought the furniture from the furniture store. Alante and he got calmed down, at least he pretended to be calmed down. He was quiet, he was acting strange. We moved the furniture in the house, set it up, and we went to go get something to eat that night.
Just you and Alante?
Me, Alante, Cameron, Alante, and myself.
Okay.
We went to a Mexican restaurant. I like Mexican food too. And we went there, we ate, we came back home. I was tired, sleepy. I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning early. I'm an early riser. I woke up the next morning early and did all the things she asked me to do. Put the baby bed together, the diaper changing table together. And I said, hey, I need to go take this U-Haul truck back. I'm ready to get back to Alabama. I got to go to school. I'm late. It's Monday morning, I think, the 4th, 2012, or March. And she was acting irritated or whatnot. But the reason why she was irritated is because the hit squad haven't got there yet. Scrap De Leon and Twin, Will Scrap De Leon. They haven't got there. The only ones at the house was Alante, Karen, and myself. We was the only one there. No one else was there. It was early that morning. I said, hey, I need to go take the U-Haul truck back so I can go home. So my car was parked. My car was there. So I had to go secure the U-Haul truck. So we went, I Googled the nearest spot. We went and secured the U-Haul truck. And the whole time she was acting real kind of distance. And it just felt strange. And I said, when we got back home, I was getting in my car and I was out. And I got back home, I took Alante's phone because he was being disrespectful. I call myself taking his phone to discipline him. But, you know, I'm kind of soft for my kid. So I said, hey, I'm gonna give him back his phone. It might be an emergency, he might need to call me. So when I pulled up in the driveway, when Karen and I pulled up in the driveway, she was driving, I'm in the passenger seat. She had her 2 dogs with her. Sass's car was backed in the driveway. She had 2 2-car garages. She had 2 garages, a 1 2-car garage and a 1-car garage. Sass's car was backed in the 1-car garage. And that was strange because no one ever parked their car in that garage because it was always her little, like a storage place or whatnot. So I didn't think anything of it because she had already set the stage for that by telling me previously that he was supposed to be moving back in because he's relocating out of another apartment to another apartment. So when I saw the car back there, I'm just thinking that he was probably moving his stuff out or whatnot, you know. And I saw him for a brief second run from one part of the garage inside the house or whatever. You know, I saw him shoot cross. Sass. Okay. So I saw him. I said, "Oh, okay." So I get out the car. I'm going to the house to get I think I had my backpack or something, and to give Lante back his phone. But I walked in through the garage, and the garage goes in through the laundry room and then the kitchen area and then the den. But when I walked in through the 2-car garage. When you walk in through the 2-car garage, the door was open to the 1-car garage. And when I looked over into the 1-car garage, I saw Twin stand.
Who is Twin?
The one who got caught driving me in the car.
What's his relationship to you and Karen?
None.
Okay.
He's just a friend of Scraps.
What about the other guy?
Scraps.
What's his name?
They call him Amigo.
Okay. He's just a friend of Scraps. Okay, so these are just people that are Scraps homeboys.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead. You walk into the 2-car garage.
When I looked over into the 1-car garage because I felt something, and it was a Twin standing at the trunk of the car. And they normally greet me and say, "What's up?" You know. But he didn't say anything to me. And I looked at him. I started to speak, so I declined. I didn't say anything to him either. But he was standing at the trunk of the car with the trunk open. So I walked into the kitchen area, and I felt like I was having a heart attack. It was a feeling I never felt before. But in all actuality, I was being attacked. I got hit with something. It was so hard that I went out. I went down and I went out. And I got hit again. It's strange how someone can hit you with something with such force that you go out, and they hit you again, and they bring you back. The second hit woke me back up. That's how I was able to see who was who.
Do you know who hit you with that object?
Did I see the initial person who hit me? No. I didn't see them beating me until I was on the ground.
Okay. So go ahead. You got hit the second time, and then what?
I was gone after that. I heard Karen's voice in the distance saying, kill him, kill his ass.
Karen was instructing the guys to kill you.
In the distance.
So all 4 guys, or was it?
Will, Sass, Migo, Twin.
All beating you
all beating me, savagely,
with objects and with fists.
with objects.
Wow. Wow.
The only thing I could do was I just laid down like I was going to sleep.
Did you fight back at all?
I didn't have
I mean,
Jesse James me. How can I fight back?
All right. Absolutely.
The first blow was,
How long did this beating occur?
I didn't know I was gone. I never knew I was in the trunk. I never knew nothing.
So let's get to the trunk. They beat you. You hear Karen's voice. Did you hear anybody else's voice?
I heard her voice right before the brink of me going unconscious.
Did you hear anybody else's voice saying anything? Because y'all didn't find anybody else?
Just, I saw faces when I went down, and the second hit brought me back, and I saw faces, and it was beating me, and that was it.
Now you say you didn't see Yolante. They obviously put you in the trunk. Then what?
I'm oblivious. The only thing I knew, the next thing I knew, I didn't know what I was doing, but it came knowledgeable to me that I was inhaling. But I didn't know that I was inhaling because it was such a long inhale. I was coming back from wherever I was, and I didn't see anything but lights.
Who was driving the car?
Twin was driving the car, and it was a car following them, which was Sass' car. He had a black.
Was he driving his own car, Sass?
I can't recall.
You don't know. Okay. So.
But according to the police report, they were following the car that I was in the trunk of.
So the only two people that were there were Sass and Twin.
The rest of them.
Oh wow! All of them were in the back. Okay.
They were in this. He was just the driver. He was a designated driver, and they were all following him in the other car. And their purpose was to drive me back to where I lived and leave me.
Okay. So we do know that there was a traffic stop, and in this car that Twin was driving, police pulled the car over and asked Twin, could he search the car? I believe the police report said that the officer said that the guy was acting suspicious. He asked him, could he search the car? And the driver agreed to let him search the car. And in that search, your body was found. You didn't have those documents, proper documents.
Right.
So they searched the car, they found your body. Were you awake at that moment?
No.
Friend and throwing him in the trunk of a car unconscious? The victim decided to take to Facebook to air out his frustrations after seeing the three appear on Love and Hip Hop. And here's what he had to say about the issue. Lyndon Smith: I received several calls from several people informing me of my attempted murderers, family, and their appearance on Love and Hip Hop, so-called gangster or killer family. These people are nothing but imposters pretending to be something they're not. Their true identity is nothing more than backstabbers and deceivers. Young men raised by a mother full of hatred and bitterness, who suffers from self-hate and abuse as a child, which she has transcended and instilled into her two sons, who are nothing but mama boys, who can't stand on their own 2 feet. Will, Scrap Deleon: nigga, I took you to get your ponytail cut. You came home crying because you were tired of the other kids calling you a girl and your mama wanted you to have long hair. You tried to take my life to hide the fact that you let Dolla get killed at the Beverly Center in LA, and you ran like a coward and didn't get a scratch, but you want to kill me? The nigga who killed Dolla, you ain't trying to take his life, and he right there in ATL. Fake gangsters, hustlers, y'all mama boy imposters. Karen King, also known as KK, I know the real you. You can't hold that mask up forever. To be continued. Signed, Dead Man Tell No Lies. Wow, straight from the horse, Lyndon Smith's mouth. That's pretty wild. These niggas